Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about your next relationship. This was a suggestion of one of you guys, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, I'm very open to anything that's meant for you to know, whether it's who this person is, what kind of relationship this is gonna be, or once again, whatever it may be, it's welcomed. And yeah, as always, my dear, I have 3 pals that you can choose from. And you can either choose the card, or you can of course also choose the crystal above it. So this is going to be pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is going to be pal 3. As always, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And if you would like, or you're just curious regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what can we get about your next relationship? What do you need to know? Let's start straight away. So for my dear pile 1, what information do you need to know regarding your next relationship? Who will it be with? What do you need to know? What kind of relationship for my dear pile 1? All right. That's enough. So let's see. Okay, so the first card we have is the King of Pentacles. We have another pentacle here. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the Fool card, King of Cups. For my dear pile 2. Oh wow, we have the 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, the 10 of Cups as well. The 2 of Wands. For my dear pile 1. All right, and we have the 4 of Swords. Let me make sure the cards look straight and the. Okay, I think this is better. I hope at least. And we have the 3 of Swords here. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the 8 of Wands. So let me start first with the 8 of Wands here, because with the 8 of Wands being the overall energy, I really feel like this is a relationship which is going to evolve pretty quickly. So when we look at, when you guys meet and you guys start dating and then you guys getting serious, it's pretty fast. So I feel like it's this after that after that. It's not like you have a whole or a very big phase in which there is no like connection anymore, there is a break between you guys and there is this pause or this delay. This is not the energy here. In fact, it could even be the case that you're gonna be a little bit surprised of how fast moving this relationship is going. But I don't feel like one person is pressuring it to go fast against the other person's will or anything. It's really just flowing naturally. It's just the way it's going. I feel like you guys are gonna really instantly or from the beginning just click and really just bond. And it just feels right. It just feels right to, let's say, start dating pretty soon after getting to know each other or after meeting the first time. It's gonna be pretty also natural afterwards to want to make it official. It's just, there is not a lot of ego here, such as, let's say, thinking about what other people may think of this or this and that. It's just genuinely allowing things to unfold the way, yeah, they are. There's something very organic about this pile, all right? When it comes to this energy here, I feel like you guys are going to be very transparent from the beginning. When you guys have feelings for each other, you know, like when you date and you feel like, okay, there is something happening, it's not like you're gonna hide it away from each other, because once again, you may be maybe a little bit scared, or you may be a little bit insecure. No, these emotions are not going to be in your way. And the reason for that is because you feel so comfortable and so accepted from the other person. There's this energy of non-judgmental here. So this is why I'm saying very, very natural, just seeing everything as it is and just voicing it. And when we talk about the emotional space, I really feel like it's gonna be very safe. But for some of you guys, okay, with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords being here, you may have had experiences in your life in which you have experienced the complete opposite, right? Like literally heartbreak, and you had to heal from it. But it's very interesting because the Three of Swords came through with the King of Cups. So I really feel like this heartbreak, or this pain, this hurt that you may have experienced one way or another, is not gonna be in the way of you now starting a new connection. Because sometimes when we have had very bad past experiences in life, you know, they can trigger us into, yeah, doing the same pattern or some kind of a negative influence. But with the King of Cups, like the King of Cups is the cup archetype who is emotionally intelligent, who is in control of their, yeah, feelings, who is ready to receive and ready to give, okay? And this is almost like the healed version of the Three of Swords. Like the King of Cups is just so self-aware and honors the level of the emotions. And I feel like you're gonna feel this with this person, and you're gonna see that they value and they honor your emotions, and that this person in fact is not like those people who may have in the past shown you otherwise. But let's put the past now away, that's not important. Let's now focus once again on this relationship. With the Fool card being here, the Fool card is actually, I guess, the card that is the best representing the energy of this pile. It's all about just allowing things to flow naturally, taking a leap of faith, you know, just doing it, and having trust that this person is gonna it's gonna be a great match for you, and someone that you can rely to, someone who comes with a genuine offer. And it's not like, you know, sometimes for in some cases, maybe even like reverse, the Fool card can show a certain level of like someone being naive, but that's so not the energy here. You're not trusting because you think that the world is like all happy. You trust because this person gives you a reason to do so, because they give you the space, they give you the reassurance. And yeah, just very, very organic once again. With the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles being here, what I really feel from this energy is this is a relationship which can be a long-term relationship. Now, in the beginning, I said we will also, if anything comes through, look into what kind of relationship this may become. This for me is a very stable connection, because you guys are gonna create this on firm ground. Both of you guys are coming in with knowing what you want, with a long-term goal, with being open for a long-term relationship in the first place, right? I mean, that's the least that needs to happen. Both, or whoever is going to be involved, needs to be ready for it, or ready for such a relationship. And that's what I'm seeing with you, my dear pal one. And not only you, but also this partner. So it's vice versa here, both of you guys. I also feel like a reason why you are gonna feel so empowered, but also reassured in a way in this relationship, is because this person is gonna give you so much security and then give you this feeling of grounding. But look at that, we literally got the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups, and like, if there's one card in the deck that really shows right next to the Ten of Pentacles this long-term energy of a relationship, or of a lot of potential to grow and to create, it's a Ten of Cups. And there is one thing I would like to say here. We should never ever give the responsibility to someone else to make us happy, right? That's not someone else's job. If we depend our happiness to something or someone outside of us, then yeah, we literally are not making a really good move for our overall well-being, because it's something that's our responsibility here, and we should never ever give this pressure to someone else. But what I'm seeing here still is that this person is indeed gonna make you really happy, okay? They are gonna really make you feel good about yourself and good about this relationship. I mean, that's nice, right? It's nice to have people around who make us feel good. But once again, it should not only be them, we should also make ourselves feel good first. But still, this is something I would like to say here, because the Ten of Cups is such a positive card, okay? And it really doesn't come out that often in readings. So when it comes through, it's the real deal, you know? It's like really, okay, a lot of potential. So it's your free will now to see what you want to do with it, but it's there and it's great. It's kind of like an open door to a really good place, but still it's your decision whether you would want to go or not, right? Or whether you would like to put the effort into reaching the door or not. But really, really positive here. The Two of Wands for me is literally also a card which is all about the future. So there's so many cards in here that are giving me this energy of a long-term connection, something that is also future related. It's not only a casual present, let's say, connection for fun, but it's really something that you are also planning long-term. And I really feel like you guys together, this can be actually such a fun relationship in which you guys travel together, in which you guys have a lot of adventure. So whether it's in your own town, you go and do something very crazy, or something you always wanted to do, it doesn't have to be something like extreme. It can also just mean maybe you always wanted to do a picnic somewhere, or you always wanted to do this and that. I really see that there is so much openness here. So much, also with the Fool card, honestly, a little bit like a childlike excitement. A childlike excitement not only for the relationship and for each other, but really for life in general. This need or this want, this desire to experience life. This is such a light-hearted energy here. I really, really like it, you guys. I really, really do. Let me get some oracle cards for you. Let's see. For my dear pile 1. For my dear pile 1, what can we get some more about this relationship? One more shuffle. All right. Whoops. Okay. So we have material harvest. We got the fertility card. Let me see. Let's get you 2 more cards. Ooh, wow. Okay, one more card, please. Yeah, and we have foundation and achievements. This is exactly the energy of the reading here. This is the stability that I'm talking about, the potential that indeed this can become a relationship if you are willing to do so, to compromise and put the effort into this. This is the kind of relationship that can actually grow into a long-term commitment, into literally maybe even buying a house or getting really, really serious, all the way to with the Ten of Cups as well, and this child here to even create maybe a family or create anything really. Because creation, fertility card is for me all about creation here anyways. It's the Empress energy. It's not only about necessarily real birth, although of course it can indicate that, but it's also just about, yeah, the act of creation. With a partner, you can create more than just a child, right? You can also maybe together create a business or a certain project that you're really excited about. It can really be anything. But let me tell you that it's gonna come from the heart space. Whatever you guys are gonna create with each other, it's something that comes from love. Self-love, but really love in general as well. Also with the material harvest being here, I really do feel like, I don't only feel like it, I really see it here. This is the kind of relationship in which you guys are gonna get so much out of it. It's just so incredible. You will not only have a relationship and a significant other, but you may also grow, or maybe you will adapt certain qualities into your day-to-day life or into your own personal space that you always wanted to do. It's really all about growth. This harvest is you taking what you deserve. And it's not necessarily only with a partner, but really just in general. I feel like you are gonna maybe become very motivating to go after your goals, or to have, if you have certain visions, to actually take action on them. It's kind of you being out there, going and getting what you want. That's the energy here. So this is not only a relationship that will motivate your heart space, but will really motivate your life in general. You know what I'm seeing actually? For some of you guys, take it how it resonates, but this can actually be a spiritual connection. This person can be a soulmate. And in fact, this is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands for some people is even like twin flame energy. So take it how it resonates, but this is what I'm seeing. So this can be a very significant person. Yeah, these two cards together. These two. Spiritual energy. You know? Okay. I don't feel like you're gonna have a lot of resistance when it comes to this relationship. So, you know, sometimes we may meet someone and we are a little bit guarded, or it's a little bit difficult for us to open up, but the resistance in here is almost non-existent. So whether it's you just having a really great life phase in which you are so like open, when this person comes through, you're just gonna like be ready for it, or maybe you have done a lot of healing, so this is why you're gonna not have a lot of resistance towards them, especially for those of you guys who may have still some blockages here and there when it comes to love. But in here, I'm just seeing the heart space, you know. Your heart space is really gonna blossom, my dear. And that's not something that unfortunately necessarily comes with every relationship, right? So when it comes through, it's actually such a beautiful blessing, because it's the natural way that love is supposed to be experienced, with the heart space. I also feel like for some of you guys, you may not expect this. So when you meet this person, if you haven't so far, of course, take it how it resonates. For some, maybe you already know them, but you're not gonna expect it when you meet them. Maybe they're gonna come out of like nowhere, you know. Maybe you're just gonna mind your own business and do you, and not that much focused on love, because you're just gonna focus on yourself and your responsibilities, and then they come through, and you're gonna just be surprised that a love interest is all of a sudden in your life again, or for some maybe after a very long time, maybe even first time. Let me see, can I get anything else? Yeah, you see how open-handed this is, how you're gonna be, with open hands. And another thing, my dear, traveling. Maybe for some of you guys, you're gonna meet this person through traveling, or once again, you may just love to travel a lot with them. But there's this international energy in here. Maybe you're gonna have the first trip with them, or you're gonna go to a certain place you always wanted to go, and this is why this travel energy is coming through so significantly. But this is actually all I have for you, my dear pile one. I'm not receiving any more messages, so I'm gonna end it here. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something you would like to share, please feel free to let us know. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you'll not know when I upload you pick a card or a candle wax reading such as this one here. And my dear, also thank you once again so much for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. And if you're curious, or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram on a personal level, you can also follow me there as well. The link is in the description box. But my dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what can we get about your next relationship? What do you need to know about it? Who will it be with? What kind of relationship will it be? Whatever you need to know is welcomed. So let's start straight away. So for my dear pile 2, your next relationship. What do you need to know about it? What do you need to know about it? Okay, that's enough. For my dear pile 2, your next relationship. Okay, so the first card we have is the Page of Swords, the Emperor. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Let me put this a little bit more up there. Okay, let's continue. For my dear pile 2. Your next relationship, who will it be with? What do you need to know about the relationship? What kind of relationship? All right, Devil. Let's continue. For my dear pile 2, 6 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. All right. At the back of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands here. Okay. Right from the beginning, let me say this. With you guys, this is not gonna be a relationship that's gonna come like out of the blue. You are gonna expect it, okay? So the Tower card came out here, and I don't know why. I feel like, because normally I don't read reversals, but for some reason still, this gives me the impression, the Tower card in the reverse, that it's not going to be a surprise. You are not going to be surprised with this person coming into your life. You're going to expect it. And in fact, you got the 3 of Wands here. So the 3 of Wands for me is all about manifestation. You guys are going to put the focus and the intention into it, into attracting and bringing a potential romantic partner into your life. So some of you guys could literally be doing either manifestation techniques, or you may work on your energy levels and therefore, manifest more consciously. However it's gonna be for you, what I'm seeing here is you have put the intention out there. You want it. And I almost feel like with the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, these two being here, you're gonna see that your manifestation actually came through, like all the waiting, the patience, and the doing is gonna be worth it. You're really gonna feel victorious. You're gonna feel like, wow, I have manifested the kind of partner into my life that I wanted to manifest in, because I worked on myself, because I gave myself the love that I deserve, so I can manifest someone in who will give me just as much love as I deserve, right? But coming back to this, let me first start with what I'm getting, who this person is. Because for you guys, I do feel I do get a lot of characteristics about them. So first of all, this is someone who is more so on the practical side, someone who's very analytical, an analyzer, an observer. This is someone who may be quiet at times and just look, just observe. And they are the kind of person who pick up on even the smallest details. So as an example, if there is someone who, like when we say 2 people are looking at a painting, one of them is looking at the painting and just briefly, like seeing what they are picking up. But the other person is going into the details, looking at the background, looking at the colors, looking at the, very small, maybe strokes that were put into the paintings, whatever it may be. It's very detail oriented, and this is someone who's the same. This is someone who may pay attention at body language. This is someone who may only, or may even be really good at reading people, like getting people's energies, reading people, okay? This may be a very natural gift they have. They may naturally be good at just sensing people's energies. And as an example, if someone is just pretending something, they will pick up on it, because they will feel like, someone, like, there's this fakeness, like their smile is not reaching their eyes, or just their tone. This is someone who's very knowledgeable when it comes to human beings, almost like a detective. I don't know why I got this, but they're very knowledgeable here. And also with the Emperor being here overall, they are someone who I feel like is on the path of achieving certain things in their life, if they haven't so far, they put the effort into whatever they touch. You know, I feel like when this person starts something, they go all in it. They don't just, you know, put some time in it and then let's see where it leads. No. When they do something, they do it big time. And they won't stop till they actually get the results they were looking for. So someone who's very ambitious and well, determined, motivation is a big thing here as well. In fact, with the devil and the emperor being here, it could even be the case that this person is very addicted to success, or someone who's very addicted to take it to the next level. You know, someone who needs that. They just need to always seek more. Maybe even at time a little bit obsessive. But I feel like with the Six of Wands and the Emperor being here, this is just something this person naturally needs. Maybe from a very young age, they were always goal-oriented, and it hasn't really changed now, you know, however old they may be now. But it's just something that's naturally in them. And this is why, or another reason why this person can really make it big. Because when they want something, they go for it. And no excuse could be in their way. No. And I really feel like maybe at times there were people in this person's life who tried to talk them out of their greatness or tried to talk them out of their goals, but they weren't successful. Because this person is not scared to go the path less traveled, to be the lone wolf. If it is what takes them to, their destination, they will do it. And you know, the reason for that is because this person is so confident. They're so confident in themselves, in their skills, in what they have to offer. And their worth doesn't come from other people's like validations, and so they understand that they are the one who gives or takes their value. And of course, they don't want to take their own value. They want to keep it and make it grow. They see how awesome they are. They see how unique they are. And they want to make the best out of it. They acknowledge their potential and they're going to make something out of it here. Okay? This is also someone who's very patient. And in fact, I feel like this may be a relationship which involves slowly. The Seven of Pentacles here is giving me the energy. You see these seeds, or in this card, better to say pentacles, which are supposed to look like seeds, are having, or growing, better to say, a little tree. And it takes for everything to grow, right? But when it grows, then it can become something beautiful. And when the roots are grounded and strong, nothing can shake it. And I feel like you guys, with your relationship as well, you're gonna create a very strong one, a very secure one. Because you go about it slow and steady. You take your time. You take your time when it comes to get to know each other, when it comes to creating the relationship. There is no rush in this. And I really feel like this is what you guys need. You need this. No rush. You need just to go with your own pace. And this is something mutual. Because the Emperor is also not rushing into anything. They first analyze, calculate, think through it, right? Plan, organize before they go about things. And it's the same with you guys as well. You give yourself space, but also time to create this. And it's gonna be what you guys need. This is also someone who could be very knowledgeable, book smart. or someone who just in general loves to always seek and know more. I feel like they need this mental stimulation, and so do you. In fact, both of you guys could fall in love with the other person's mind. Intellectually speaking, you guys click, or your minds just really trigger the best out of each other. You know, as an example, great conversations, deep talks, really understanding where the other person comes from. Maybe for some of you, if it's not you, it could also be this person we're talking about. And we're not talking gender wise here, okay? Whoever you may be into. They could be someone who needed a connection, a romantic connection, in which they also feel like it's not only about the physical body connecting, but it's also about the minds of two people coming together. And I feel like they have been missing that. So it makes your relationship even like more special, even beautiful, like more beautiful, you know. And you see, I feel like this person has a whole universe in their brain, and they're just waiting to share it with someone, to share their ideas, their visions, their fantasies, even, you know, like even like sexually speaking, perhaps. They really love to do that. And you're going to be someone that they can really connect on that level with. Let me see. I would like to get some more oracle cards. You guys are gonna fall in love, or, well, not fall in love, but you're gonna love their eyes. Because there's this significance when it comes to their, like, gaze. As I said already, this is an observer, so they take, like, they really look. They really pay attention, and there's just something about it. Maybe it's their eye color or it's their eye form, but maybe it's even just the way it makes you feel. You know, when they really look at you, it's kind of like they're looking into you and there is no space between you guys. It just, there's something very excited about it. Something safe. Okay, let me see. Ooh, destiny here. Interesting. The card. We have obstacles and challenges, which I think is the Five of Pentacles in this deck. Let's see. We have the rest and rejuvenance. Let's see. Yeah, and we have the power. Interesting, interesting. At the back of the deck, we have new beginnings. I really feel like talking about the new beginnings card because, yeah, first, I really see this also included in your reading here. This is gonna be a great fresh start, romantically speaking. I feel like for some, this can literally be a first relationship. For others, if you have been in a relationship, this is still going to be so different from the previous ones. Or maybe for some, you haven't been in a relationship for quite some time, maybe single for a long time now. But with the new beginnings card being here, this is you. This is you going out there, putting yourself out there, and acknowledging what you want. And this is why I feel like you're not going to be surprised at all when this person comes through. Because you're going to expect it. You're going to trust it. Maybe some of you guys even like pray, or you really believe that things are being orchestrated for you. Because there is something very faithful about this pile. It feels like someone who believes and trusts the divine, the universe, God, whatever it may be, to bring the right things at the right time. You could have been hearing quite often things about like divine timing and so, and maybe at the beginning it was a little bit annoying, but eventually you decided to just trust it, and you're gonna see the results. You're gonna see that this manifestation is actually gonna come through. I feel like, for sure, also with this card being here and the Emperor, that this is someone who has a lot of power. Like, they're very powerful. Maybe even a little bit intimidating. Not that they think that they're superior or something like that, but maybe it's their energy. Because they're so confident, they are giving this vibe out. But this is not someone who feels superior or inferior to anyone. They just see them, and yeah, they just want to make the best out of themselves. But I do feel like, although this may be someone who is very responsible and has a lot going on for them, they still understand when to rest, when to take a break. This is someone who may, go or every now and then plan holidays or vacations, do something good for themselves. They like to treat themselves well. This is not someone who, let's say, they work till their batteries die off and then the burnout is there. No, they understand how important it is to recharge and to enjoy the money or enjoy life in general. And they do that. Yeah, they really, really do here. This is actually all I have for you, my dear. Although, let me see. It's interesting because in pile 1, it was more so about the relationship and less about, I think, who. With you, it's only about who. I'm actually not really getting what kind of relationship this is gonna be. I'm more so just getting who this person is. However, with the Emperor card being here, the Emperor isn't really someone who's open or who's looking for something casual, because they ain't got no time for that. They're very serious. They are responsible, reliable, and their energy needs to be put into something that can grow, blossom into something long-term, future-wise. So therefore, I feel like this is someone who is open for a long-term relationship, all right? At the end of the day, of course, it depends on you as well. It depends whether this is something you want. But the potential is there, nevertheless. Yeah. So, my dear pal 2, this is all I have for you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And if there's something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload a pick a card or even candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you would like further information or you're just curious regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on a personal level, you can also follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description box. But yeah, my dear pal 2, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what can we get about your next relationship? Who will it be with? What kind of relationship will it be? What do you need to know? Everything is welcomed. So let's see. Let's get you some tarot cards, my dear, for my dear pile 3. For my dear pile 3. Your next relationship. What do we need to know about it? One more shuffle. Your next relationship, pile 3. All right. Okay. The first card we have is the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, the Ten of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. 3 Pentacles so far. Page of Cups. Okay, a lot of cards. We have the Lovers. Wow, we have the Two of... what am I saying? The Ten of Wands. And look at that. We also have the Star card. Beautiful. And at the back of the deck, 6 of Swords. Now, let me just make sure that the cards are, well, looking as straight as possible. Okay. My dear pile 3, where should I start? Let's start there. So, this is going to be a very, very significant relationship. This person is going to be a very, very significant person. So, you know, like sometimes when people may think about the relationships they had, and then there's like this one relationship which is just, it just stands out because it may have been with such a significant person, or the relationship may have given them so much. And it's just like this blessing that came into their life. It's the same with you and this relationship as well. For some, maybe it's your first relationship and this is why it's coming through that way. For others, if you have already had other relationships, this is nothing like the previous ones. First of all, the love. Let me start that. You guys are gonna love each other big time. For some, this can even be love at first sight, if this is of course something you believe in, because of course people may have different opinions regarding that. But for those who resonate with it, this is for sure something that I'm picking up on here. Instant connection, maybe even recognition, like seeing each other, just feeling drawn. Maybe you even like question yourself, like why? I mean, yeah, this person, like maybe they're kind, or maybe they're nice, maybe they look good, but still like there's just something about them that goes beyond the physical attraction, or goes beyond the nice behavior that they may, you know, show you. It's this recognition that I feel like I know them. Even if I have met them for the first time, I still know them. And I feel like for some of you guys, with the Lovers card being here anyways, the Lovers card can signify a soulmate. The Four of Wands as well. In fact, for some readers, the Four of Wands can also indicate twin flame energies. But of course, it depends on the reading itself. But this is really something that I'm picking up on, energetically speaking. So maybe this recognition that we're talking about comes from the fact that, yes, indeed, this is a very significant spiritual bond. This is a soulmate that you may know, you know, from previous lives, or soul family. I really feel like it goes beyond the physical world. And wow, this is like really intense. The recognition that definitely makes sense here. And it's not only that, I feel like this relationship is gonna just trigger so much. First of all, it will trigger a spiritual awakening, or it will trigger you changing your path, or doing something very spontaneously that will move your life into a much better place. It's kind of like you all of a sudden saying yes to yourself. Let's say, as you know, the same way maybe someone has like all the time just done what others expected from them, and they didn't really feel like the driver of their life. And all of the sudden, they say, no, I want to live life the way I want to do it. And they just turn it around. And there's something, energetically speaking, very similar to this pile as well. You guys are almost gonna get this burst of energy, of excitement, and just lust for life. And also when it comes to your dreams, you will not be scared of leaving your comfort zone, because you guys are dreamers. You may have so many hopes and wishes and dreams. You may even daydream at night. I'm sorry, daydream, at like in the day, like just being in your own world. But then there may be fears or responsibilities holding you back from things you would like to accomplish. But this is gonna be such a free relationship. It's gonna give you freedom, my dear. And I'm not talking only about like freedom within the relationship, that you're gonna feel like, okay, this is not a clingy partner, or this person respects my space. I really mean in general freedom. Freedom of mind. Freedom of doing what it is that feels right to you. And let me just tell you one thing. This is an extra message because it has nothing to do with the relationship per se, but you guys, you can be so successful with doing what you love. Like for you, having passion for your craft or having passion for your work, it brings success in. It brings abundance in because you already feel abundant doing what you love. So energetically and vibrationally, you will just manifest more in. But let's come back to this relationship now. Now, this is for me. This is, wow. This is going to be a relationship in which you guys are going to have a lot of fun. The kind of relationship in which you grow together. You bring the best out of each other. You allow the other person to live their unique self, but at the same time, you help them grow towards where they want to be. Supporting. Love, okay? Love is really big here. I almost feel like I can't talk because the energies are just so intense. But for some of you guys, this can literally be what some people may call like love of your life or the one. This is how this feels like. This is someone who's a very genuine person, someone who earns their money through like honest work and dignity. For them, it's very important that whatever we touch, we not only do the best, but at the same time, we also influence others the best possible way. This could even be a humanitarian or someone who does love voluntary work, someone who likes to donate. They just love to engage themselves into activities that will help us as a planet live harmonious together. And speaking of harmonious, for them, a harmonious relationship is the goal of a relationship. That both individuals feel good about themselves, feel good in their relationship, feel loved and appreciated, and once again have the freedom to be themselves. Because this person doesn't like the idea of changing ourselves for someone else just for us to feel accepted, right? And I mean, this is really something that's toxic when we feel like, okay, this person or these people, they won't accept me the way I am, so I need to play a role or I need to wear a mask. This is so not them. You are accepted. Your authentic self is welcomed. And in fact, they are gonna encourage you to bring your authentic self more and more out. If there are places in which you felt like you couldn't be you, they will want you to, be courageous enough to do so. And this is why I mean there is this level of growth in here. This is the kind of relationship that when, like, even years after, you will still feel so loved as at like the beginning. The love will not fade away. And in fact, the more time goes on, the more you feel like there's to experience. You know, very often there's like this honeymoon phase in which people do all the things and then it dies off, it becomes boring, there's nothing really anymore that excites. But that's not the same thing with here. And I really feel like as well, looking at where you've started, what kind of person you were when you started this relationship, and at the end of it, it will be a whole different person. Yeah, it's kind of like you allowing yourself to become your greatest version. This relationship will really help you with it. There's also a lot of trust in here, and for this person it's very important that when you have something, when there's something bothering you, some obstacle or some burdens in general, that you can reach out to them and that you can tell it them. So honestly, communication here. Communication is the key word. I really feel like communication between you guys is just gonna maybe even be non-verbal. You just need to look at each other to understand the other person's need, or if something is bothering the other. Look at these two people. They're just looking at each other's eyes, and there is no need for words to be exchanged. In fact, with this card, I also feel like maybe there are some differences between you guys. Yeah. Let me see. I would like to get some oracle cards. And for you guys, my dear, as well, long-term relationship potential is in here. Because both of you guys will, from the beginning, take this towards a long-term relationship. Okay, look at that. Spiritual strength. Yeah, exactly what I talked about. I already said this may trigger a spiritual awakening, or not only that, this is literally a spiritual connection for me. But you guys will evolve. You guys will grow. Develop yourself. We have Triumph. 2 more cards. Let's see, my dear. For my dear pile 3. For my dear pile 3. Okay, 1 card fell. We have recognition and reward. Let's give it 1 last card. Okay. And we have, look at that, we have transformation. Exactly what I'm talking about here. This relationship will help you transform. Transformation for me, in other words, means changes. And for a lot of people, changes are something that they may not have a good relationship with, because changes may force ourselves to, to get out of our comfort zone, or there is something very unknown about changes, because we never know where they may lead us. It's the same with our comfort zone. When we leave it, we may not know what happens next. We can't really feel it, it's just, we may feel very vulnerable. However, in this relationship, you will not feel vulnerable. You will feel uplifted. And yes, indeed, you will go through this transformation. I really feel like this is more so an inner transformation. It's you seeing your greatness. Not that you haven't seen it before this relationship, but Sometimes we meet people and they just bring out the best in us, or they support us. They're our greatest cheerleader. And it's the same with this partner. This person is your great cheerleader, and they will want to see you grow. They will want to see you succeed or improve the best way possible in your unique way. Another thing with triumph and recognition and reward, this can be a relationship which is lifelong. There is just this success in your relationship here. So if this is something you want, if you're willing, of course, to put the effort into it, this can be, a lifelong connection here. This can be the person that you marry, like a future spouse, as an example, if you, of course, want to get married, right? Wow. I also feel like in this relationship, you will say goodbye to a lot of things that you may have been taking with you. Let's say if you are still taking with you certain like behaviors of your exes, insecurities that they may have put into your mind, like BS really. With the Six of Swords, this is all about you going beyond that, going beyond the lies or the negative experiences that were your reality at one point but aren't anymore, because it belongs to the past. And this is also going to be a relationship in which you will be very, very present. You will not live in the past and you will not live in the future. You will live in the here and now. Yeah. This is actually all I have for you, my dear pal 3. I'm not getting any more messages here. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something that resonated with you, or if there is something you would like to share with us, definitely feel free to do so. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not know when I upload new pick a card or candle wax readings. Also, my dear, if you're interested or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, on which I share more personal stuff, the link to my Instagram will be in the description box, and of course, you're also welcome there. But yeah, my dear pal 3, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day or a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.